And suddenly, do you ever get that feeling in your ass where you think to yourself, did I shit myself and not know about it?
Start.
I don't.
Podcast start.
No.
Go podcast.
That's
Go catch it podcast.
that's not how podcasting works.
I think we found our intro.
Yeah, we did. All right, 1 second. Just going through my own notes here.
Yeah.
And welcome to the Pocky Flocky Shit Show. That's a lot of peeking.
Yeah, you want to fix that?
No. We're just gonna go with it. Hello, I'm Pocky.
I'm Flocky.
We've never actually done that before, have we?
I'm pretty sure we have.
Yeah, whatever. We'll
that doesn't surprise me if we haven't, though.
Oh yeah, this show has never really had a good track record for existing. So,
I mean, when was our last? When was episode 2?
I don't know. All I know is the last episode we recorded couldn't be used because Flocky decided it would be a great idea to just not record himself.
That's not true. I actually did record myself. It was just at like 1% of the normal volume. And so it was literally whispers, no matter how much you dialed up the amp.
Yeah, I tried dialing it up like as high as Audacity would let me. And yes, you became audible, and you also sounded like you're in like the static in Silent Hill. So was not, even for this shit show, could not be released.
Well, I apologize for that. Though I did like the idea of airing a one-sided podcast, and it was just you talking to yourself, but with the gaps included, like with the silence included, and you laughing at my jokes, which never happens anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, you could have, you know what would happen though? People could take that audio and just had me laughing at the worst things.
I want to see like the laugh track of Tom on YouTube or something. Like Shia LaBeouf's Just Do It, but it's just Tom laughing at things.
One of them would be Mufasa's death in The Lion King. Long live the king.
It's almost as bad as them taking that and making that Yoshi's Final Smash.
It's fine because the time off gave us time to, I guess, straighten out our own lives. You could say.
Is that true? Have we done that?
Yes, we've sat on the couch, we've flipped on Netflix, and we've been watching Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. So that's how we've been straightening up our lives, is by enjoying Marie Kondo together. Isn't that right, Flocky?
That is true, and I've learned a lot of things, and I will tell you, I will use none of this information.
The thing that, like, Marie Kondo, like, I would like to see Tidying Up with Marie Kondo and visiting some weeb's apartment. Specifically mine.
I think...
Does this Nico need to be in here or not?
I guess we should preface this with, like, a brief summary of the show, if you haven't watched it. So basically the show is, Marie Kondo is a tidying expert. And that sounds weird because it is weird.
It is weird.
She goes to people's houses, and most of them are hoarders. Most of them have lost a loved one and are trying really hard and failing to move on or clean up their house. And there's just messes everywhere. And she goes in and tries to...
She teaches them the philosophy of how to tidy up.
Yeah. And you know, in turn, finding her peace of some sort. As well.
Yeah, and that's what makes her different than your mom just telling you the place looks like shit. It's a philosophy. It's a real philosophy behind it.
It is, and it's oddly satisfying to watch. But but the point I was trying to make, fuck all that, was I like the idea of Marie Kondo going into the weeb's house, having him gather up all his manga, and then she taps all of them and goes, you have to find out which brings you joy. And then the neckbeard picks up his Naruto manga, and then she kind of stares at him like, does that really spark you joy, though? And then, like, fucking murdered, just gone.
Do you really need every volume of One Piece? Do you? Because it just wouldn't work. Like, otaku life is about prizing what you own as being part of your self-assessment. So losing shit is the antithesis of the KonMari method. I didn't pronounce that right, but whatever.
Is that true though? I guess.
I think so. If I had to gauge what, like, otaku lifestyle meant, is obsession that measures your self-worth in what you have.
I guess, am I really myself without my nendos? Like, can I really call myself a person? Can I really be seen outside in public without my daki?
Like, are you really you unless you have that Nanako figure? Are you?
The answer is no, and I'm still not quite human yet because of it.
It's also like if she came into like a true, like, the show so far have brought her into people's lives who are welcoming of this really strangely tiny human being coming in their lives and helping them sort things out. Whereas that philosophy wouldn't work with the A-plus weeb who has all of their trash on display.
I wonder how this show would work in actual Japan, where we have, and I guess this happens in the States too, but we have those like, those textbook needs where, they're in an apartment and literally there's bags of trash everywhere and there's empty ramen cups everywhere and everything's gross and moldy.
And the only thing that's pristine is the idol shrine.
Is that why she left Japan? Is that why? like I want to see, like, I want to pull up the Wikipedia page and see, like, her failed Japanese TV show endeavors, because she just was just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, she canceled her own show. It wasn't about the ratings. She just couldn't do it anymore.
If I have to walk into one more room that's covered in jizz, I'm out. I'm just getting flashbacks to when we watched Tokyo Idol on Netflix.
Tokyo Idol wasn't bad. It was just really creepy.
No, it was really creepy, and I'm just trying to apply the KonMari method. Like, is this 16-year-old girl bringing you joy, a 55-year-old man?
I mean, the answer is apparently yes. It sparked a lot of joy in his life that he left his wife, quit his job, and makes bedazzled hats for a living now. So yes, it sparks him a lot of joy, and he's a better human being for it.
Let's Rio.
So like touching back on like tidying up with Marie Kondo, the episodes that we as in you and I have watched so far have been pretty diverse, right? Like the characters aren't all just like, here's this massive hoarder, here's this really dirty, guy who just doesn't ever clean. It's been, this recently married couple that are having, troubles financially and, trying to figure out how to piece their life together. There's, the overcaring mom who does all the work for the kids, who don't know how to clean because of it. And then the one that we watched most recently was, I guess, the mother who recently lost her husband from sickness and is trying really hard to honor his legacy, but also try to move on, and not just
to let go of all these things.
Yeah, and not just like throw everything in the trash, but try to find the pieces that she cherishes and brings them.
Although, how much of a plot twist would that be if, like, you think that's what the episode's going to be about, and then when Marie Kondo says, "Well, what are you going to do with your husband's stuff?" It's like, burn it. Just fucking burn it.
That cheating motherfucker deserved to die.
He was an asshole. Fuck him. Fuck you. Get out of my house. That you know what? Getting that out there finally, getting those emotions out really sparked some joy. It's been a trip watching that show. But like kind of going back to what you were saying before, like Marie Kondo's show getting canceled in like an otaku Japan.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who could get those people to clean up and fly right. Gordon Ramsay. Tidying up with Gordon Ramsay. That would be a fucking show.
I mean,
that would be amazing. Just Gordon Ramsay kicking the door down and yell, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Gordon Ramsay already, I mean, this isn't like too big of a step outside of his comfort zone. You know, he already does The Kitchen Nightmares. He already does Hotel Hell and other shows like that. And apparently he's even tried to reform prison policy, by teaching inmates how to cook, which I didn't know that until I saw, that series on Prime Video. And I didn't really watch it, but it exists.
It's like, no, because that's not what you go to see Gordon Ramsay do. You're going to see Gordon Ramsay open up a cooler full of food from 1984 and just start flipping shit.
Yeah, but like that would be pretty funny because like what's the excuse behind doing something in Kitchen Nightmares, right? That's like you're gonna kill customers. Where's your passion and all that stuff? I want to see that applied to this lazy ass motherfucker, and by that I mean me. I want to see Gordon Ramsay kick down my house and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Video games."
It's just you sitting there, pants down to your ankles, playing Smash on your Switch.
You want to play? I got 4 controllers.
I could take off this Joy-Con. That's the magic of the Nintendo Switch. Gordon Ramsay looking through your glass cases of anime figures. And him being so confused because he's never seen this before.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get a life, mate.
I'm curious on his stance on, I guess, stuff like that, because I know he's very vehemently opposed to the very concept of the veganism, right? He doesn't go around shoving meat down vegans' throats, but he is offended by it. But he has.
He is offended by it, yes.
There was the whole episode of the F Word where, you know, he invited vegans to eat meat and other stuff like that. So, like, I can see him being very, very opinionated about otaku culture. And like in the very, I guess, ignorant way, but, you know, that sounds like I'm sophisticated and we as otaku are fucking gross. I understand. We're fucking gross.
You don't understand, Mr. Ramsay. I got every character in their Sunny Day Song Muse outfit. This is important.
But I would like to see that kind of... See, Mr. Ramsay, you need to channel that anger in a different form. You shouldn't be hating on otakus, but you should be channeling that anger and hating on Asuka fans. Because Rei is best girl, and you know it.
So you say that, and I'm imagining in my head, like Gordon Ramsay entering this experience, fully prepared to kick the shit out of you, and then walking out a total weeb shit. Then the next episode of Kitchen Nightmares is in the My Neighbor Totoro cafe.
I like the idea of Gordon Ramsay doing the show, like the Otaku Cleanup Project, or whatever the fuck it's called, and, you know, he goes into someone's house and is looking at his figures, and he goes, "You bloody wanker!" I
forget where this was supposed to go next.
It's not... Okay, so speaking of, I guess, celebrity anime lovers...
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're going there. We said we wouldn't, but I'm doing it because it fits too well. I can't loop back to being angry at Marie Kondo anymore. We've gone to anime, and you know what they say, once you go anime, you're fucked. We had the idea of like an anime account, like a Twitter account for anime Phil Swift, right?
Yeah.
And the joke was to show you the power of Flex Seal, I sawed my waifu in half.
Yeah, this is a real conversation we had where I said the words, I could saw this Nico in half, but for this joke, but I don't want to live with the consequences.
And that is fine. You don't have to. No one's
Like,
forcing you to.
Anime Twitter would hate me forever.
But, like, I feel like they already hate everyone.
That's
so
true.
What is there to lose?
Just my immortal weeaboo soul.
What was the one that you had? It was,
Oh yeah, to show you the flower of flex tape, I started the third impact.
Oh, I remember what we were going to talk about. So speaking of Gordon Ramsay, you remember Iron Chef?
Yes, I do.
So one of my favorite things about Iron Chef was the what's his name? What is he called?
I don't know.
He's not the judge. He's like he had a name.
I don't know. He did. He was an important presence on the show.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched it in years. I've only obsessively rewatched the Uni episode because Uni is one of my favorite things in the world.
There's that one clip on that I see a lot in like it's like today's secret ingredient is, and he pulls up the thing and he goes beer because it's beer. And so the idea was like, what if it was a Big Mac instead?
Big Mac!
but like, what if Iron Chef had like these stupid, completely ridiculous ingredients that you had to use, like kind of like what is it, Cutthroat Kitchen, where like instead of like getting fresh chicken, you have to use like microwave chicken tenders for your meal and make it work somehow. I want to see like, yeah,
but the thing is, like with Iron Chef though, is it can't be a punishment. Your job isn't to be thwarted by the Big Mac. Your job is to bring out the flavor and characteristics of the Big Mac among a number of dishes.
Yeah. So your challenge today is soggy fish sticks or like Filet-O-Fish.
Yes, the Filet-O-Fish, one of culinary art's greatest achievements.
Half a Whopper from our intern's lunch. Like I don't fucking know.
And then the judge is just sitting there eating nibbles and being like, you know what? I don't think spaghetti was the right choice. You really tried to mask the Big Mac instead of bringing the Big Mac out. I like what you did. This is delicious, but I don't taste the Big Mac.
I love that commentary though, like in actual Iron Chef where, you know, they ask, like the camera guy goes, I mean the host goes ask like the cooks like, so what are you gonna do with today's salmon? And he's like, well, I've never done salmon before, so I'm gonna blast it in the broiler. And then they cut to the judge and they're like, oh, they make that face like it's super sacrilegious what he just said, just like personally offended. So like I like the idea of when the cook's going like, well, I'm a Burger King guy myself, so I don't really like the Big Mac. So what I'm gonna try to do is like hide the taste of the secret sauce. And then Alton Brown is like, oh, big mistake there, buddy, you motherfucker, you motherfucker.
I think you're mixing Alton Brown with Gordon Ramsay. I think that's what you're doing right now. I can't imagine Alton Brown on a Food Network show looking at someone in the eyes and saying, you motherfucker.
I feel like he almost did once. There was that one episode of a Cutthroat Kitchen where some lady cheated. Like she legit cheated on the show. And he was like, I should kick you out right now. Like I swear, he was like super angry. What would be like the worst secret ingredient? Like edible, not like today's secret ingredient is shoe. Like
today's secret ingredient, Szechuan sauce. We bought all of it off some guy on eBay.
Today's secret ingredient, antique gravy bowl of sweet and sour sauce from the Trump party.
Today's secret ingredient, your grandma's fruitcake. But grandmom's been dead for years. Yeah, and it's still that.
Your secret ingredient today, your grandma.
Today's secret ingredient, human flesh.
Is it bad that would you not like to try it?
If I could ethically try human meat, I absolutely would. Like, if I was Deadpool and I could cut off my arm.
Yeah, like, I don't want to eat anyone, but, like...
No, I would only really eat myself, I think, because that's only I can know for sure that my meat was ethically sourced.
So question now is, can cannibalism finally be ethical?
I think you have a problem.
Can we ethicalize cannibalism?
Flocky, I think you've gone too far.
Have I?
And I think it's time for me to just pull ahead, beep beep, be like, okay, let's pump the brakes on this show.
So the terrorist thing wasn't crossing the line.
Yeah, that's you know what? So Flocky, we've been watching Marie Kondo together, and I saw the power of being an effective life coach. And just like painting and photography, I thought to myself, I could do that. So I'll tell you what, like, your day-to-day life needs improving. All you do when you get home from work is drink Soylent, watch YouTube, play Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain on your PS4, and just lounge around.
I don't think that sounds like me.
It's definitely you. I know from experience.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't sound like me at all.
Based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
But I think, Flocky, I think your problem is you're too soft. Like you need to get hard. You need to be a hard guy. And there's nothing
hard.
Well, there's nothing better for you to give off the appearance of a hard guy is to start smoking.
Oh, I was gonna say, give me a minute. I can get hard for you.
No, it's about toughening your image. Because right now you're just like, everyone looks at you and they're like, oh, what a nice squishy Chinese man. I
mean, you wouldn't be wrong there. But what is this? Is your life advice to me really to start smoking?
Yeah, I think that would help you start to give off the image you need to get ahead in life.
I thought we addressed this in the sponsorship song in episode 1. Smoking is not the answer.
All right. New idea. What is the most badass, most powerful thing a human being can be in the modern age?
I don't know.
A cult leader. You should do that.
So how do I start a cult? What are the requirements?
Well, first, I think you need an altar.
Okay, done.
An altar and some goats. Gotta sacrifice some goats. And you need a philosophical argument. Why are you going to pull people away from their modern humdrum lives and come live in your weeb den?
Because the true God is not opposed to cannibalism.
Wow. Cults are not about cannibal. Well, they can be.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they fucking are.
You've ruined everything. See, now I know why Marie Kondo is left Japan, because this is hard work. This is hard work. Oh, see, the popo's here.
Oh, fuck! No, it's just the ambulance. I gotta go so I can catch up.
So you can get dinner.
It's dinner time. What else am I doing wrong?
See, my whole idea behind you is that you're too squishy and nice. And you need to toughen up a bit.
Okay.
So I was thinking of things like cult leader, battle rapper, and cigarette smoker as ways to kind of boost your image. But in the end, the real image you need to boost is from within.
Okay. And how do I do that?
By eating yourself. I think this episode was so good that it deserves to be on iTunes. I've decided I am sick and bloody tired of us not being on iTunes. So, I know you have been doing the sensible thing and asking for and requesting information on when we're going to be on iTunes. I've decided to write to iTunes a letter expressing my concern. But since you were already writing on behalf of us, I decided it might be better if they thought a fan was interested.
This can only end terribly.
So I wrote, Dear iTunes, my name is Mr. Francis McMuffin, and I'm writing to you a complaint. I'm an avid listener of the other 3 episodes of the Pocky Flocky shit show. Now, you might be thinking, what are you talking about? There's only 2 episodes. Well, I come from a time war where giant robots are killing people. It's an alternate reality where Flocky didn't fuck up horribly and ruined the last recording. Regardless, that's not important, because in my timeline, the Pocky Flocky shit show was never released on iTunes, and that caused some butterflies to, flap their wings and do things with their wings, and which created a time war, which was like World War III, but with Terminators and evil giraffes. My point is, you should really release the Pocky Flocky shit show on iTunes so you can stop this from happening. Signed, General Francis McMuffin, 801st Airborne Division of the Time War. So, I think that sounds reasonable.
Very disappointed that letter did not include any references to Ashton Kutcher.
How do I recall an email? And I think that's all the time we have for this episode of the Pocky Flocky Shit Show.
This is gonna be under half an hour, by the way, when you cut it.
Nah, no, it won't.
It's like, we're only on 42 minutes.
Nah, we're not. We're totally on an hour.
No, it's not. I'm looking at it right now. It's 42 minutes.
You and your citing facts and information.
I mean, I'm fine with ending it. Oh, shit. I forgot Evangelion's on Netflix. We should have talked about that when we were talking about all the Netflix shows, like High School Girl. Hey, guys, if you haven't watched High School Girl, go watch High School Girl. It's so engaging, Tom didn't know a character existed until the next episode and asked me about it. That's my plug.
Well, instead of plugging the things that are on Netflix, maybe you should plug where people can download this show.
Yeah, you can download the Pocky Flocky shit show what fucking shit, dumb butt crap show anywhere you're listening to it right now, you dumbass. You're listening to the show. How have you not downloaded it?
Because they've got this episode because I DM'd them a link and said, please listen to my podcast. No one's talking about it.
Go to anchor.fm/PockyFlocky or PockyFlocky.com or Spotify.com/PUQI15. I don't fucking know. Look it up. Google it.
All of our download information is on PockyFlocky.com. That's all you had to say.
Google it.
We're never going to be successful, are we?
Nope.
Like Asians go from 60 years old, still look like they're 20, and then suddenly 61 years old, and they instantly become Mr. Miyagi.